Handing over large amounts of money for goods and services takes trust. Trust that you're getting what you paid for. Trust that you're going to get, well, anything. Our Marshall Zellinger spoke with families who were in the market for home remodels, now have a financial mess on their hands, but put together, they may have something more.
Look at the size of this door. It didn't fit, so they cut the bottom off on the door.
The funhouse door is not even the worst part of this Denver home remodel.
I can show you the shabby work that they did and didn't do downstairs. We're supposed to have a tankless water heater, but this is our old water heater that was in the house prior to us leaving. They left spackling on the wall. They're live wires. Everything's live wire in here. They just left it like this.
Kevin and Noelle Collins hired a contractor to update their home built in 1951. They expected upgrades like this.
With an island that ran off the wall, and they came to about here.
And came home to this.
I think there was no intention from day one to do our house.
Their emotions are about the hottest thing in this home.
We are at 32 degrees.
No heat, no remodel, no refund of the money they've paid to the contractor.
We are out $260 plus our current expenses.
We wish we weren't out the $14,500, but we've started to make peace with that. And the further we've come in this process, we're understanding that we probably got off lucky.
Patty Klingenberg just wanted a basement expansion.
So down where that wall is, up to the corner of this wall, was supposed to be pushed out to match the rest of the basement and create more room for our child's play place.
This play place does not have any added play space. Patty and her husband had concerns about the design.
We walked it with measuring tape, my husband and I, and the walls just didn't match. And that raised some concerns for us. And we asked him to revise the plans. He did. They still didn't match up.
What Patty and the Collinses have in common is their contractor.
Schwab Builders.
Schwab Builders.
Schwab Builders is run by Sean Schwab, who hung up when I called him twice today.
In spite of us asking weekly, where do we stand with the project? Where do we stand with the project? Suddenly it was radio silence.
Patty in Jefferson County and the Collinses in Denver are not alone. We found a court case in Arapahoe County where a homeowner paid Schwab Builders $48,000 for a job that was never completed, and a judge awarded the homeowner $146,000, 3 times the amount plus attorney fees.
We moved in nonetheless. Once we moved in, a day later, I just realized they're not coming back.
You heard Kevin correctly.
Yeah, they just left it like this.
Despite the exposed wires, the unfinished everything.
I was stubborn and I wanted to try my shower, so I used it once or twice and it sprayed everywhere.
They moved back in October when their apartment lease expired. They expected work to finish around them. Then they moved out when they were told the home was too dangerous.
This house has been deemed uninhabitable and unsafe to live in due to the electrical work that was done and the structural work that was done.
That should have been done.
That should have been done.
We would love to have a portion of our money back, whatever is fairly owed to us. We're not trying to get everything back if that's not what is fair, but to this point we haven't been shown any accounting of where our money has gone or what it's being used for.
That last comment by Patty leads to the question, when does a contract dispute become something more? When does broken trust become a broken law? Colorado has a state law known as the Construction Trust Fund. Any money you pay a contractor is restricted for work related to your project. If it's used for something else, Kyle, that's where it crosses the line.
The idea that somebody who gets in the hole and is just using your money to cover their other expenses as opposed to putting it towards your project.
Correct. And that's something you have to somehow prove or document or take to court and be able to serve someone to show up in court to be able to prove all that. So right now, it's a contract issue. With the Jefferson County example, they didn't have anything in their contract that talked about refundable deposit. And so the contractor could say, you gave me money, I'm in line with the contract so far. But then as we started at the beginning, if you have multiple people dealing with the same situation, that's where perhaps it could become something bigger.
I just feel for that couple who's living in an uninhabitable igloo. Marshall,